Welcome back. Botánica Skincare Studio assists clients as they begin their skincare journey. Avoiding a one-size-fits-all approach, Botánica offers fully customized treatments or solutions to target specific skincare concerns using holistic remedies and plant-based ingredients. Founder of Botánica Skincare Studio, Natasha Jimenez, joined me to discuss the brand and her experience running a skincare business in New York City. Natasha, thank you so much for joining me.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Now, can you talk about your personal experience and basically what inspired you to explore skincare professionally?
Yeah, so I really struggled with breakouts throughout my teenage years, and beauty and skincare was always something that I was into. And I realized in high school, especially after trying so many products, there's so many products out there, it can be very overwhelming. I really was trying to dive deep into the ingredients and just really learn about what works for the skin. A lot of products out there are just, very harsh, very exfoliating, and do more damage than good. So that's when I really realized that I wanted to dive deeper and pursue a career in aesthetics, where I went to school at New York School of Aesthetics in Tarrytown. And that's where I really found my true passion for skincare and facials. So I love what I do, and I love just making people feel confident in their own skin. And that's really why I wanted to just finally start my own business after being in the industry for almost 10 years. I knew that it was time to finally venture out on my own.
Now, can you talk about your journey with Botánica Skincare Studio in New York City? How did that all begin for you?
Yes, so I launched my business in June 2023. I really realized after having my daughter back in 2022 that I was ready to finally do this and really make a meaningful impact. I wanted to really emphasize the importance of using clean, non-toxic skincare. Again, working for so long with other companies and big beauty spas and industries, I realized that a lot of these bigger brands are not using the right kind of ingredients or even treatments, just doing really harsh treatments that can really make the skin worse. And I really wanted to keep it simple, just focusing on treatments that are more holistic without compromising the skin's health.
Now, what were the challenges of opening a skincare business in New York City?
Yes, so definitely two challenges. First one was finding the right location, and of course the competition. Being in New York City, there's so many spas and industries out there, lots of competition, which can also be very overwhelming for the client. And for me, finding the right location was key, so I'm really happy with the spot that I have in Midtown. And it's located right in the heart of New York City, right by Rockefeller Center, in the Mindful Health Suite. And for me, it was really important to work with other like-minded practitioners, so I do share a space with them, and I think it's so important for growth, where I can really build my business and brand and learn from others too. And then of course the competition, so that was definitely a big thing, but with my reputation, just being in the industry for so long, I knew that I was able to bring high customer service to my clients and also just having the right products for them. I think just doing so much research on brands like Blissoma is one of them that I partnered with. I love their raw plant ingredients, and the fact that they're non-toxic was really a key reason why I chose them. So I think those two for sure, again, just the location and competition were two big factors that I really, wanted to make sure I landed.
Now, what are some of the services that you provide, and what areas of skincare do they target? I see that we have some of the products with us here, so you
Yes.
can also talk about that as well. What are some of the main things that you focus on when it comes to skincare?
Yeah, so with my studio at Botánica Skincare Studio, I really wanted to keep it simple. So I have 4 different services to choose from with optional add-on enhancements to really target a wide range of concerns. So with these add-ons, people can really customize their facial. I've learned, again, like working in the industry for so long, that having too many different services can be too overwhelming for clients. So I really like to keep it simple. And my signature facial, for instance, is a great starting monthly maintenance facial for a new client, where I can really fully customize it for them. And I do offer a detox and clear treatment as well, which is a little bit longer for someone who maybe has more congestion or just wants more relaxing time. So Blissoma, a lot of their products I use in treatment and recommend to my clients, and I love giving samples as well, which is, I think, really sets me apart from other businesses as well. Is just really, I really want to make sure that they're using the right products at home too, to really make sure they're getting the right results.
And do you have any, I know as a skincare person it's probably like hard to answer, but do you have any favorite skincare product that you've helped develop?
Yeah, so with Blissoma, one of my favorites is the Smooth A Plus Correcting Serum. Now, this is a very different than most vitamin A serums because most of them are very dry and irritating, where this one contains rosehip oil to really help hydrate the skin. There's also 4% niacinamide, which is great for helping with uneven skin tone, scarring, and just really helping to keep the skin clear. So I do love this for anyone just really that focuses more on congestion or oiliness. And it's something that I use in the treatment room all the time too. Another personal favorite is the Eye and Hydration Tonic. Lots of people don't understand the importance of like toners, and really their toners are not astringents. They're really meant to really help hydrate the skin. And I think hydration is key when it comes to facials and maintaining your skin at home. Again, it's not so much about exfoliating or stripping away dead skin. It's really about hydration. And this one's beautiful because there's no irritating ingredients in this. It's really just going to help balance and hydrate the skin to allow for other products to penetrate better and absorb easy.
Now, another thing that I found really interesting was that you also have LED light therapy. Now, that
Yes.
sounds really cool. What is it, and how is it useful in skincare?
So yes, LED light therapy, which actually stands for light emitting diode, is a technology that's been around for many years. A little fun fact actually that my husband loves is that it's been around since the 1990s, and NASA actually invented it to really help astronaut wounds, to help speed up the healing process. So what LED light therapy does, it uses different wavelengths of red, blue, or infrared light that penetrate the skin at different levels to really help heal the skin a lot in a different way. So it's amazing. For instance, red light is great for collagen production. It helps with redness and inflammation. And blue light works at the sebaceous glands to really help with oiliness and fighting acne-causing bacteria. So I do love to combine LED light therapy with my facials as an optional add-on at Botánica. Clients do like 15 or 30 minutes and do have like a little power nap after.
Now,
Yes.
a goal of Botanica Skincare is to educate your clients, which I think is very important, especially when it comes to skincare. Just because I know a lot of people, especially now we're having a skincare craze, like even young people or like children are interested in skincare. But people need to know exactly what they're doing because they could have some, I guess, some negative effects if they're not using products properly. So can you just talk a little bit about the importance of educating your clients on how to actually use this?
I 100% agree, and that really goes aligned with my mission at Botánica Skincare Studio. I thought it was very important to make sure my clients are educated on not just like the treatments, but also their products that they're currently using and their home care routine. I think lots of people out there are not, they don't have the knowledge of the ingredients and really what the harm that it can do if you're not using the right products. So for me, that was like really key, which is why I'm very big with getting to know my client before they even walk into the studio. I send them an intake form just to really know their history, any allergies or what kind of products they're currently using. And I really like to dissect the ingredients of the products they're currently using and help them understand why it's good or maybe not good for their skin. And I love just recommending alternatives for them. So again, Blissoma is a great one to really help with anyone with acne, rosacea. And I think from the moment they walk into the studio, I already know what kind of treatment plan I'm going to have for them and what products to recommend based on their intake form and based on the skin analysis I do for them as well.
Now, what advice would you give to somebody, as I mentioned, everybody's really into skincare, but what advice would you give to somebody who's maybe just starting out, or maybe they don't have any, maybe they don't have like acne, or they don't know where to begin, but they know they want to get better at skincare? What would you advise?
So I think really just don't be afraid to ask. And I think like for this year, just really take the time to, ask questions. Like when you come in for your facial, really just don't be afraid to really get to know your skin and what your goals are. I think, again, with so much out there right now, it can be very intimidating for people to go in for a facial or like buy new products because there's so much out there. And I think it's just a matter of, asking the questions and really getting knowledgeable about what you're using at home and how you can really just keep a simple routine.
Now, I understand that you also have tips that look at more than just surface level skincare, but it also looks at the way we treat our overall health. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, so I think for sure like everything is just connected, not only about using non-toxic skincare, but also like mental health, taking care of yourself from within, your diet, your lifestyle, all that is connected. And that's something I really highlight to my clients and talk about with them, which I think is also what really just sets me apart is that I love, asking my clients, like, what does your day-to-day look like? how is your diet? Do you have any restrictions on your diet? How are you feeling? Like stress level management on a scale of 1 to 5. I really like to ask that question because, if they tell me they're at a 5, I ask them like, what do you do to really help yourself feel good? And if it's coming in for a facial to help relax or working out or something like that, everything is connected. So I think it's really about feeling good from the inside out, and using, of course, non-toxic skincare is going to make a big difference because it does affect our overall health too.
And how does one actually adopt or find the right skincare regimen? I know that in these days we often like maybe go to YouTube or TikTok and follow what someone else is doing. But what should we do for our own personal skincare journeys?
So I think again, it's just to really stay on top and ask questions. Like, don't be afraid to ask your esthetician for questions. On my Instagram too, I'm always trying to give skincare tips as well at Botánica Skincare Studio. And I think it's just really learning about key ingredients and which key ingredients will work for your concerns. So I always tell my clients, like, look at the products that you have at home. The first 5 ingredients are really what's in your product and making the biggest difference in your skin. If you see things like fragrance or, sulfates, silicones, those kind of ingredients are not really doing good for your skin. So I think it's just, again, really about not being afraid to ask questions and building a routine that's easy for you to do at home, but also staying consistent. The consistency is key.
And then can you just elaborate really quickly the importance of non-toxic and just like plant-based ingredients?
Yeah, so I think for me, which is why I chose to use just non-toxic plant-based ingredients at my studio, was because I really see the difference when you use real ingredients that penetrate the skin at a deeper level, combined holistic with chemistry, it makes a huge difference. So, just if you start using products that are containing ingredients like those fragrances, mineral oil, petroleum, there's so much out there that people don't know about, and it actually can do more harm than good, and not just for our bodies but even for the environment too. So also, like for instance, with the light shifting solution SPF, it's a mineral sunscreen. There's no chemical sunscreen, and a lot of people don't know, but chemical sunscreens do cause a lot of them hormone disruption and even can damage our oceans. So it's better definitely to stick with something like fragrance free. This one is beautiful because it's great for even acne clients, and there's no silicones in it either. So I think it's just really important it's just like your food, you want to make sure that you choose the right ingredients for food, just like you would your skincare.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. And I really love that last bit about how it's also good for the environment. I think that's just kind of amazing. So,
Yes.
I appreciate you coming here and talking to us about this. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
If you would like to learn more about Botánica Skincare Studio services or to book your appointment, please go to their website at www.botanicaskincarestudio.com. We have to take a quick break. We'll be back with more Open right after this.